Greetings and salutations. We're getting ready to warp over to what did that say? Degradate or degligate or Derringernate? I didn't read it fast enough. Dagistel. This is a PvE sector, and it does have a fuel source. And I wish there was some way to measure. Look at all these gas giants. Beautiful, beautiful. I wish there was some way to measure. Let's see what we got here. I wish there was some way to measure the. Come on, tell me what the sun is. I wish there was some way to measure how much radiation that planet was putting out. So that's Annie, right? What is this? I'm trying to get it to tell me what the sun is. Hit M. Let's go to planet. So I am 4.3 away. So I could potentially, as long as I get more than 7, I'll be happy. That's a good trade-off. And I just got to find the fuel source. I always like to build bases next to fuel sources. So let's just fly around a little bit and see what these POIs look like real quick. Let me get my shields on. Yeah, this looks like a good constellation. Let me see here. I didn't mean to tab out. I meant to hit. You can see where my inventory is completely maxed out. It's definitely not what I clicked on. And I got my rep. You know, the Zerax is I've basically been killing Zerax and leveling this other stuff up. I've been trying to also level up the traders. I haven't done a good job making money. I'm sitting on like 200,000, but most of it is just strictly from selling oxygen bottles at, like, you can sell 10 oxygen bottles at a time at the refuel stations, and that's like legitimately that's where I've made all my money. It was not an attempt to be rich. It just was like, oh, they just want 10 O2 bottles. That's nothing, and it was 100K. So it's not glorious. I still haven't tapped into the trading economy system. Uh, okay, Neodymium. Ooh, that's good. Ooh, that's really good. Let's see what this. We got two things going on over here. We have a. Let's get this. Normally, I would just start mining it, but let's see what I'm at. Let's go to factory. Man, that's a long load time. I got so many blueprints downloaded. That's a long load time. I like to build the. I got enough for solar teleporter. Solar farm, I don't. Skywatch, right there, I do. It's a 2 hour and 32-minute build time. Wow, I have enough for that, but I don't have enough. Contains. Oh, you know why it contains hidden blocks is because I still have plants in there. That's why you can see it in the picture. Tier 3, Tier 2 S2, Landwatch, Skywatch, Tier 2 E3, Tier 3. So that means the reason why I go Tier 2 and Tier 3 is because I've upgraded them already. I've already upgraded it to the um, this has a deconstructor in it, and I just don't have a need for the deconstructor. But I'm going to go to factory, and I'm going to build. What am I missing? Large optic bridges. So I don't have what I need. I need large optic bridges. I think I might pull the deconstructor out, to be honest, and stick a constructor in there because I just haven't been using it. Just because what I end up doing is I end up feeding anything that I might want to deconstruct into the factory. And what I mean by the factory is I'll just go F2, and this is the factory right here. This is what's considered the factory. And so this is how you end up with these mats. You want to, and I built this. Built this blueprint called the Vault, which is like 52,000 neodymium. And as I mine this stuff, I just dump it in there, and ultimately, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna discover this planet, and then I'm gonna save the video. I'm gonna upload it so you guys can watch it. I'm gonna go back to my other base, which is like 5 jumps away, whatever. And then I'm gonna process all this ore and material, and I'm gonna come back, and I'm gonna I'm gonna either drop a solar satellite in a couple of these sectors, and then what I like about the solar satellite is it gives me the, let's see what this is real quick. It gives me the ability to kind of figure out the metrics on what kind of solar it's putting out, and it also gives me, it's super cheap. In fact, let's do that. Let's just start crafting a solar teleporter to factory, start production, because I think I've already used them all. And what that does is yeah, I've used them all. I don't have any up here. And what that does is that gives me the ability to kind of tie into some of those logistics, because if I spawn that teleporter and then I check the teleporter out, it'll be like, "Oh, you have 5 space stations that you can go sell at." And the immediate sector, and then it gets my head wrapped around, well, if I want to go sell to vendors, this is where they're at, this is where I might want to set up a base. Oh, there's a vendor I can sell at, plus they have promethium, plus it's in a PvE. It's like, oh, this is too easy, this is an obvious place to set up a base because the logistics are already there, blah 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 blah. You get where I'm going with this? So it's kind of, it's a little bit of expense, but in the, ooh, private, it didn't say what level it is. Ooh, that's good though. I'm kind of looking for some more of that challenging content. Let's see what this looks like, a desert planet. Let's see what let's do a little upfront analysis. Okay, so we're here. Click a planet. It says gravity 0.9. It's good. Hard. Okay, ton of material. It says, so this right here isn't an accurate representation of what's on the planet. You'll see once we zone in, it'll actually say something different. But what I'm really oh, it says planet size medium. That's good. Difficulty hard. That's good. I don't really like the large planets, to be honest. The large planets take too long to fly around and get around, and if you have critical resources, um, it's just too painful. Oh, I can already tell this has got a little bit more, a little bit better. Oh, look, there's water too. That's good. Let's see. Let's get a little closer. Oh, oh, look at that. So it gave me the level. Solar. Let me see what this says. Solar power plant. Ooh, I've never seen that one before. Never seen a solar planet power plant. So look at that. Two, small, meh. But you see how now? Look, now that we're on the planet, this has all changed. Because before it was like 1 1 1 1 1. Well, now we have an accurate representation of what's really going on the planet. So you have to enter into orbit to figure out what's going on. And then I don't think this actually stays. If I zone out, we'll check and see if this stays. But I look, there's a bunch of promethium, neodymium, titanium. This is a good mineral-wise. Surplus station. Level 4. So it's a little lower. It's a Rados base. I don't know what the Rados is. I've come across planetary Rados. I'm coming across planetary Rados, like headquarters, which are great POIs. Great POIs. But I don't know what Rados stands for, though. I'm still. Ooh, what's this? This looks like a settlement, but it looks like it's also buried. And then, yeah, this is a settlement. Nice. So that's basically free loot. Ooh, level 9. Ooh. Ooh, level 9. Okay, supply station. Rado space. That just looks juicy. Level 9. That's good. Resources. I've noticed that very small. So the problem is the resources on this planet suck. They're all like super tiny, very small. So you definitely wouldn't come here for copper, small. Look at that gas giant just circling through. Let's see what we got here. Level 7. Let's go check that out. And it's not too painful to get around either. You know, it's moving fairly quick. What is that? It says refueling. Oh, what is that? What is that? There's oh shit, that's not what I want to do. That's the problem I'm talking about, the cameras. Like you can get in, so it says refueling station. There's no zoom and it's like buried under the ground. Level 7. I don't know what that is. Refueling station. I can't see what it is. That has a lot of potential. That has a lot of potential because I need to find a POI. I found a POI. It was a fuel station or a refueling station. I forget what it was, but it had like 70 fuel tanks in it, and it would give you like 30,000 fuel. And because of that, it if you can find I have not been able to find one since. It's usually they're on the starter worlds. If you can find a fueling station, it makes it worth it. It makes it worth it to set up an operations center nearby so you can raid that base every other day and pull the fuel out of it to run these monsters. Because if you just hit P, or I mean, if you just hit, look at that star rising. That's so awesome. If you just look at this and you just hit manage, look at this. This is 14,000 or no, 140,000 fuel. That is nuts. That's 500 plus fuel cells. And so I did a forum post about how they need to have larger fuel cells because part of the issue is they've added this persistent universe, and but they still have the refueling station. Ooh, that's good. That's good. Rados missile silo. I do not want to. Scythian refinery, and then destruction defense. Ooh, this could be so juicy. So juicy. Okay. Let me see here. What do I need? What do I need? I want to kill the. I'm boosty. I don't want to boost. And the gravity on this planet is not bad either. So you don't get kind of wrecked. So the question is, where do I want to set up shop? I could set up shop here, and it's right next to the sun, and then I would just have to teleport to all these places. That's not a bad solution. Or I could set up shop here and literally be in the same galaxy where I could raid POIs. That's a tough one. So what's this planet called? This planet is called Dagistil. Dagistil. What is this? This is another refinery. Oxygen. Ooh. Yeah, lots of resource heavy. 5, 4, 8, 6. What do we got here? 8. See, that's good. Okay. And the nice thing I like about those small modular bases, the Randall design, I mean, I've gutted them out and reworked them and like turned them into like farm hydroponic centers and done all these crazy things with them. But I still keep the creator as Randall because it's his baby. You know, he came up with it. Even though I've kind of continued to evolve off of the concept. Com station. I'm gonna have to. You know what? I'm gonna have to get the old ground assault vehicle over here and do some do some ooh, this looks like a drone base. Some defenses. Yep, drone base. Yep, yep. Drone. What does it say? Dust storm defense. Oh yeah, that just sounds nasty. It just sounds like they're gonna wreck me. Sounds like I'm gonna pay a heavy price. Oh, neodymium medium. That's good. That's really good. That's really good. You know, and I realized with a ship like this, it doesn't in a way it kind of doesn't matter how roto space, roto supply, refinery. So there's one of them. I think I got most of everything. Refining station, yeah. I think there's a lot. Oh, there's this big sector here I haven't ate. You know, with a rig like this, it kind of doesn't matter how much you spend on shit because you're able to pool, for example, like when I just look at ore and wood, like I mean, there's 10,000 promethium in here, and there's you know roto space. So I don't know what rotos is. I don't know if that's like a sub faction. I don't know. I don't know. What is this? I'm just gonna follow this heading. I'm gonna line up a little bit more east. I don't want to go into the. I'm just gonna follow this subheading for a little bit, and I want to uncover this stuff, and then I'm gonna catch. I'm gonna catch this, and then I'm gonna bounce. I'm gonna bounce. We're gonna see what these last little couple are. Oh. All right. Let's see what this is. Yeah, I mean, in a lot of ways, you know, this game, like, I've arguably spent more time crafting stuff, cutting stuff up, and I'm gonna do a video on now that I kind of have a good comprehension. Man, the learning curve was brutal. I had to join a couple discords and ask people how to do shit because I was struggling, and stuff that seems intuitive is not intuitive at all. And so um you know, I basically like had to you know have active discussions to figure stuff out. So I'm gonna make some videos, and like I always say, I'm not doing it for views or you know I don't care if nobody watches my shit. I'm just kind of doing it as a documentation or an active record. Um, what do we got here? What do we got here? So if you see commercials on my shit, it's not from me. It's from somebody else. It's maybe I possibly you know use some sound that I wasn't supposed to use and I wasn't aware of it, or you know, and partly because I'm not accepting ad revenue and I'm not in it for that. You know, there's a lot of people who make videos. It's kind of frustrating when they'll talk about games or game developers, and you're like, bro, you know they've done some shady shit. You know they have sold out, and now they belong to Tencent, and they're a Norwegian company, and like why are you still talking about their shit? You know they're trash. You know they've abandoned their game and there's nothing left, and they're just a asset flip at this point, and then their ass is still on there trying to sell it like it's something, you know, that you should invest into. Level 9. Oh shit. Come on, give it to me. Give it. Oh, supply station. I forget what supply stations give you. Yeah, there's a freebie. You can get a little bit of fuel out of there. Okay, I'm stopping the video here. I think we've covered most of. Oh, there's one more. Let's go get it. We're gonna go get it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Um, and I'm gonna bounce around all these planets, and then I'm gonna set up a culinary. That sounds good. Culinary. I'm hungry. Uh, culinary. I'm gonna set up a planetary array so I can do rapid assault missions on these targets. That's what I'm gonna do. Rotospace. I wish they had the Rotos planetary headquarters. Level 8. Rotospace. Okay, well at least you know what? At least it's decent. Because some POIs they just need to go away. They badly need to be reworked. In the last patch, they talked about how they went from 300 to 500 POIs. So they expanded the database on what can be spawned into the persistent universe. So it kind of, and I've been, as I go through these POIs, I've kind of been documenting it, not as a spoiler, but more, after you rate it, and then you're like, oh, after you've gone through it twice, and you're like, I cannot find the core. You can watch my video, and you can be like, oh, there it is, it's underneath the duct tape, and you're like, okay, okay. And so just to kind of help in that fashion, if I find a secret chest, I'll talk about it in the video, but it's, my stuff isn't, there's nothing that infuriates me more than when I watch a video from another YouTuber and they go into God mode and they explore the base in God mode and then they go and rate it. That shit drives me nuts. I'm gonna get this POI. We're almost there. And then I'm gonna set up my waypoint. I'm gonna head back to. I'm gonna go back. I want to go back to. Let me see. I can't go here. 26. I can't go there. I want to go. I want to go here. So let me see. I can't. I can't go from there to there. I have to go from here to here. Lock target, and then that will put me on the. There we go. Titanium. I'm making the jump. Heading back. We're calling it quits. We're gonna go and unload all of this ore and material and mineral. We're gonna refine it all down. We're gonna max out. We're gonna select the vault in the factory. Oh, that's the wrong button. We're gonna select the vault in the factory, and then we're gonna put all of this stuff in the factory. We're gonna preload a bunch of solar panels, and then we're gonna drop down a bunch of solar panels. So here's one of the things that I wish they would add to the game. Now it's obvious that I've already networked all this out, right? So where did I come from? I come from Thubibar. I want to set up a base in Thubibar, right? There's your entertainment value right there. And so it's I wish I could right click on this, right? And then I'm going to say this, accept. But I wish I could put a note and be like, right click, add waypoint, and then be like, build a base, comma, and 4 satellite systems for Sandman to move in next week. You know what I mean? To a little bit more fleshed out. Now that's a lot to ask for, but so hit M. Hit M again. I'm reset. When I press M, what I'm doing is I'm resetting it, because when you start to move around in the galaxy, what you'll notice is the map kind of gets a little wiggy on you, and so you just press M and you go back. Okay. And then I believe, see, the issue is these all go to easy. These are all easy, easy peasy, right? These are all easy. Yeah, yeah, they're all easy. Yep, easy. And I don't want easy. I want hard. And so it took a little bit of digging to get to hard. Okay, so I think I gotta go. Is it this way? Where are you not gonna give me my? Okay, it's not that way. So I'm here. Came from there. I gotta go. I gotta go down. Yeah. Okay. I gotta go here. That's what it is. I gotta go there. I gotta do my circumnavigating. And what you'll notice is a lot of these galaxies, even though there's a ton of stars, you kind of have to corkscrew around the constellation to work your way inside, because a lot of them exceed that 30K jump. And then see, these are all easies also. Oh, these are mediums. Mediums aren't bad. So I want to go from here, and then I want to segue. Yep. Okay, so I'm here. I want to go down. Lock target. There we go. And then I'm going to find my orange. I wonder if it's possible to fly into the star. I mean, it says it's 1 AU away, which is not, I don't think that's, you can travel that way. But definitely throws you off when you teleport in for the first time to a galaxy. And you're like, oh, there's a sun in front of me and an inferno. Ooh. So hit M. And if, I believe if you've already fleshed out a route, you shouldn't have to go through this. You should be able to select on your waypoint in the galaxy, and it should just be like one load screen, but just consume the pendaxin. Like, oh, to make this jump, I need 300 pendaxin. And that would help tremendously on the server load. So that way I'm not going through 8 server loads. I'm just going through 1 server load, but at the same consumption cost. And I'm only looking at 1 sun instead of 8 suns. Right? And so I think that's not what I meant to do. I meant to hit K. Brodale. I want to live in Brodale. Okay. So now we want to go to, we're almost back. We're going right there. Lock target. Okay. I might have enough to get back. Who knows? Let's see. I have the pendaxin. I just haven't filled up the tank. Something they badly need to do too is they need to expand the size of the pendaxin tanks, because when they originally created pendaxin tanks, it was to travel around 1 solar system, not an entire galaxy. And so it's kind of, now that we've moved on into a galaxy kind of transwarp section, you can easily burn through an entire pendaxin tank in 1 jump. Like within 1 jump, you can literally consume all the pendaxin in your tank. So they either need to make it to where they have more than 1 tank, or see, I hit the sun, and now I have to make another little baby jump to the orbiting. What is this? 3.1. I think the other one was 4 something. I was gonna put a little solar base. Where is my orange arrow? Did I not lock? Here, let's do this again. I did not lock. Okay, now this time I locked. Okay, and then right here. Okay. Oh, you dirty bastard. And then thankfully, I made a bunch, right? But why can't I have a larger tank? Why can't I have a larger tank? They need to go through and revisit this and make a small and or a medium and a large. Are they just naming a Petax tank and a large Petax tank? That's what they need to do. They just know Petax tank and large Petax tank. Plus and a plus plus. Okay. Oh, I gotta move. I got to move. I think you have to exceed 50 to be able to work. I think you have to exceed 50. And I built this. The beauty about this spot that I have here is there are two promethium spawns right next to each other. So it is a excellent source of fuel to kind of keep myself sustained, because this is bananas. This is kind of outrageous, the fuel consumption on this thing. I mean, it's worth it. I was able, this I don't know how much fuel this ends up being, um, but it's a lot, and so I'll convert all of this. All right. Well, I'm back home. I'm gonna get all the stuff loaded in the refinery and load, like I talked about earlier, and load it into the factory. And I want to pick a bunch of plants, and then I'm gonna go back and build another base and record a bunch of videos of me attacking POIs. Thanks for watching.